video, we will deconstruct standard NF3 of the Grade 5 Georgia Standards of Excellence for Mathematics. This standard represents that a fraction is a way to represent the division of two quantities. Standard NF3 expects students to explore the concept that a fraction is a way to represent the division of two quantities. Students are expected to demonstrate their understanding using concrete materials, drawing models, and explaining their thinking when working with fractions in multiple contexts. They read 3/5 as 3/5, and after many experiences with sharing problems, learn that 3/5 can also be interpreted as 3 divided by 5 and as 3 shared by 5. This standard calls for students to extend their work of partitioning a number line from 3rd and 4th grade. In 3rd grade, NF1 refers to sharing of a whole being partitioned or split. To show mastery of the 3rd grade standard, NF1, students should focus on the concept that a fraction is made up or composed of many pieces of a unit fraction which has a numerator of 1. For example, the fraction 3/5 is composed of 3 pieces that each have a size of 1/5, and 2/5 is composed of 2 pieces that each have a size of 1/5. In 4th grade, by using visuals such as a number line or area models, students should understand a fraction A divided by B as a multiple of 1 divided by B. The 4th grade standard NF4 shows students to use a visual model to represent 5/4 as the product of 5 times 1/4. Students should be able to record the conclusion by the equation 5/4 is the same as 5 times 1/4, and knowing that means 5 groups of 1/4. Students should also be able to relate the multiplication to repeated addition. It is important to note that students are not required to divide fractions by fractions in 5th grade. It is not until 6th grade when students are expected to find quotients of fractions involving division of fractions by fractions. Van de Waal suggests that division with fractions follow a developmental progression that focuses on 4 types of problems. The first type of problem is a whole number divided by a whole number. The second level is a fraction divided by a whole number. Third, a whole number divided by a fraction. And finally, level 4 is a fraction divided by a fraction. Level 1 is the focus of NF3. It is the foundational skill that is needed for students to understand Level 2 and Level 3, which they will master in NF7. For more information on these levels and this standard, visit the Georgia Department of Education Mathematics website and click on Unit 4 NF7 Overview in the 5th grade curriculum map. It is important to note that Level 4 should not be explored in 5th grade. The first type of problem of the division with fractions progression that Van de Waal references is exactly what NF3 intends for the students to be able to do and understand. The first type of problem is a whole number divided by a whole number. It is imperative that students are given a context when working with these types of division problems. Most students can make sense of 2 friends sharing 3 cookies and realize that each friend will receive 1 whole cookie and 1/2 of the 3rd cookie. Therefore, 3 divided by 2 is 3/2, or 1 1/2. Students should also be able to recognize the relationship of 3 times 1/2 is the same as 3/2, or 1 1/2. In this Grade 5 Georgia Standards of Excellence for Mathematics Framework culminating task, students are instructed to determine if each group of students received a fair amount of candy bars. The task provides students with drawings of the candy bars that can be used to assist in the distribution of candy. This allows for students to naturally split the candy bars and model the math that is happening. Watch as this student works through 3 candy bars shared with 4 students.
1, 2, 3.
I see that you have your 4 students and you have your 3 candy bars, and you cut these candy bars into what?
Half.
Cut them into halves, and you gave each friend how much amounts?
1/2.
Okay, so can you write 1/2 for me? You can write it at the bottom. Okay, and then what do you have left over here?
A whole.
You have 1 more candy bar and you cut it into half. Can you share those halves?
Yes.
How?
By cutting them into 4th.
Oh, okay. Can you show me what that looks like?
And then do that.
4/5.
Oh.
4/5.
And now you can share it equally. Now this one gets this second one, and this one gets this one, and this one, and then this one goes to this one, this one goes to this one.
Okay, so how much is each student getting from this candy bar?
1/4.
Okay, so can you put...
What do I write?
Okay.
That's my piece.
So how much are they getting in all?
3/4.
Okay, now can you write me a division problem of what you did up here? What did you share?
Right, 3.
What did you share?
Oh, I shared 4. Well, I shared 3/4.
What did you share though? What did you chop up and share?
4.
Here was your story. What did you share?
Oh, 3 candy bars.
3 candy bars. And what did you share those 3 candy bars with?
4 people.
4 people. And how much did they get?
They got 3/4.
3/4. What do you notice about that division problem and the fraction?
That the division is the same thing as a fraction.
It looks the same, doesn't it? You have 3 divided by 4 is the same as 3/4. Once students determine how much each group member will receive of a candy bar, they are then required to tell if the sharing was fair. Students were able to use fraction tiles to create number lines and determine if each group received the same amount. Number lines helped students to make the connection that the amounts they were comparing were wholes that had been divided into equal pieces and thus resulted in a fractional quotient. When working this problem, a student should recognize that the 7 packs are being divided into 4 groups, so he or she is seeing the solution of the following equation. 4 times n is the same as 7. 4 groups of some amount is 7 packs, which can also be written as 7 divided by 4 equals n. Students can draw a model to show that each student will receive 1 whole pack of paper. Then, the students can divide the remaining 3 packs into fourths so that they can share the packs evenly with the group members. Students should easily be able to see that each group member will receive 1/4 from the additional packs. Therefore, 1 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 will give each student 1 3/4 packs of paper. For additional support and resources, please visit GeorgiaStandards.Org where you can find additional tasks, intervention material, and more.